Hi Alphas, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Kalei. Today we're discussing the best foundations. Everything varies between consistency, coverage, and what you're trying to achieve, but I feel these are the best that you should try. Keep watching to find out what they are. To start off, I'm going to be talking about the foundation that I've been using nonstop. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I get a lot of mixed reviews when I watch videos. Some hate it, some love it. I personally love it. Every time I go to Sephora and I'm wearing it, all of the makeup artists are like, "What are you wearing?" And I'm like, Fenty Beauty, and they're like, it doesn't look like that on me. I do feel that you need to make sure that you're on top of your skincare game if you are going to use this, because it isn't super heavy coverage, but I feel like the coverage is just enough for me and my skin. A lot of you know I love skin-like foundations. I love foundations that look like my skin just a lot better, and I feel like this delivers. I am in the shade 310. It's described as a soft matte foundation. I feel that this is like a demi matte foundation. I've actually used almost all of it. I only have about this much left. I feel like it's worth it. I definitely will be purchasing another one as long as they have my shade at Sephora. This is like one of my favorites, and I feel like Rihanna did an amazing job on it. Now, if you want flawless application, I feel like the Mercier Flawless Fusion foundation is a really good thing to go with. This is medium to full coverage. I do sheer it out with a sponge. You can also use a brush, and you can just go over areas where you need extra coverage. I feel like this is a really good foundation to wear for longevity if you're going to be outside a lot, if you're going to be going out to dinner, you're at work in the morning, and then you're going out for drinks afterwards. This foundation is going to live up and hold up for you. I have to mix some shades. The shade I have here is Suntan, but I have another color that I mixed together to make my appropriate shade, but I do have a review and like a full test on how I feel about it. I will link that video in the description box for you if you want to check it out. But for like flawless and long wearing foundation, I feel like this is a really good one. If you want a foundation that is like your skin but better, or something for an everyday purpose, I feel like the MAC Next to Nothing Face Color Fluid Foundation is really good. I just really like it for on those days where I'm like, okay, I really don't want to wear a lot of foundation, but I want to look polished and put together. If you want the whole no makeup look, this is the foundation that I recommend that you go with. You can apply it with your fingers, you can apply it with a sponge. If you apply it with your fingers, it does sheer out. If you apply it with a sponge, it does build up, but it's really just like a balmy texture. It's almost like a moisturizer with a little extra coverage than what a tinted moisturizer would have. Usually I'll just apply this with my fingertips and then go in with a quick concealer, mascara, brows, and I'm out the door. If you're looking for full coverage, flawless coverage foundation, I recommend the Hourglass Stick Foundation. I have two shades. I have Amber, and then I have another shade that I'm out of, but I don't use this often just because it's so flawless. On days where I just, you know, like if I have a wedding that I'm going to, or if I just want to look super flawless all day, but I want my makeup to look really pretty, this is the foundation that I would go with. You can use a sponge to blend it out, or a brush. The brush that it comes with is absolutely amazing. If you want something more affordable, I recommend the Covergirl Clean Matte Foundation. This foundation is so good. It's considered a BB cream, but I feel like the coverage on this is pretty close to, I would say, like the Fenty Beauty one. It has like a balmy kind of creamy feeling to it, but it just blends into the skin really nicely, and it's clean matte, so it's great for anybody with oily skin. I don't have oily skin again, but I still find myself using it, and I just really think that it's good. It's great for the T-zone. It controls the oil, so I recommend this one. This is a really good BB cream slash foundation. One of my favorite foundations is the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This foundation is amazing. I have the color Barcelona. This is medium 4. It's pretty interesting with the color shade range. You'll see why in a few. I just love this. This is like a lightweight foundation, but it has a beautiful finish. It makes your skin look very glowy. It's a lot more liquidy than the Fenty Beauty one. I love how it blends into the skin. It just looks really good. Whenever I wear this, I get a lot of compliments like, what is your skincare routine? I'm like, well, I do this, but it's also the foundation. It just makes my skin look super glowy and very pretty. But I highly recommend this one if you're looking for a really good luminous weightless foundation, something that you don't want to set all the time. This is a great one to try. If you don't want to splurge on the Nars Luminous Weightless Foundation, you can definitely check out the NYX Total Control Foundation, because I feel like this is a great dupe for that foundation, hands down. And the shade range from NYX is crazy. They added new colors. I got an email the other day that they added new shades. I don't need to mix to make my shade. This is my perfect shade. The shade here is called Golden, and basically it comes in a dropper, and you can control how much coverage you want. So if you want like small coverage, you can do like 1 to 2 drops. If you want more medium coverage, you can do 3 to 4. If you want anything more than that, you can do more than 4 to 5 drops, and it'll give it to you. And I like to apply it with a brush. I like to apply it with a sponge as well. It works perfect. I'm actually wearing this foundation today, and it just looks so pretty on the skin. I have applied it without setting it. It looks really good. After about 6-7 hours, it kind of gets a little weird, and it's like, okay, you should have set your foundation. But if you're not going to wear it anywhere past about 5 to 6 hours, you don't need to set it. But if you are, definitely set it. I'm wearing the Mercier translucent setting powder, and it just makes my skin look so luminous and so pretty. I am absolutely obsessed with it, and I definitely will be repurchasing this. If you don't want to splurge on the Nars All Day Luminous, definitely try this one. This one is about $13. The Nars was about 40, I want to say 30 or 40. Don't quote me. I'll link it in the description box down below. This one is the Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint. It has SPF 30 sunscreen in it, and the color is medium 3 Cuba, which is really interesting because in this foundation, I am the Barcelona medium 4 shade. I got matched 3 different times by 3 different artists at 3 different stores. The first time they matched me with Tahoe, which was just too red on my skin. It just looked interesting, and I felt like I was using like too much highlight, and that's exactly what the makeup artist there said. She's like, it looks okay, but it looks like it just looks orange. And I'm like, yes, that's what it looks like. So then she matched me with Barcelona medium 4, and I felt like it matched my body and it matched my face a lot better once it settled into the skin. When it's applied, it looks more yellow and light, but once it sits on the skin, it oxidizes a little bit and it looks really good. In the skin tint, I am Cuba medium 3. I don't have to mix any of the Nars with any other Nars foundation to make my shade, which is amazing. That's why I love Nars, because I never have that issue. I can go in, match myself, and I'm good. I don't have to get multiple shades of foundation to do that. So this is one of my all-time favorites to use every single day. I recently started back using it. I was using it when I was pregnant. I have a tutorial on it, so I'll link it down below if you want to see that. It was a super cool, fun tutorial that I did, and I really love it. I definitely will purchase this again. I just love that I can throw it in the bag. I don't have to use a concealer if I don't want to. I like to apply this with a brush, with a sponge, and it's just all day coverage. It works really well. It makes my skin look flawless without looking heavy. So it's kind of like a mixture of all of these foundations I mentioned today in here. And I do know Nars came out with a brand new foundation that everyone is going crazy about. Once I use up a lot of these foundations that I have here, I will definitely buy that, and I will share my thoughts on it. If you have a favorite foundation, I would love for you to leave it in the comment box down below, and subscribe so you don't miss any videos from me. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found some awesome foundations to try, and I will see you in my next one. Love yous. Bye.